Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are. I want us to look very quickly about emotional imbalance. Why do we get emotional imbalance? Why are we not able? Why does somebody is able to navigate through a situations and another person is not able? It is because we respond differently to different stimulus, and these stimulus comes from where? They come from environment, and then from the environment they also can come from within ourselves using the central nervous system. And therefore it is very, very important to create awareness about emotional pains, to create awareness about how to manage this pain, to create awareness on how to use our emotional pains as a building block, not a stumbling block. We get to understand our emotions and get to regulate them where they are not helping us and where they are causing us tension with the people we are living with. It is very, very important to understand that these impulses from the peripheral nervous system, where we collect a lot of information from the environment, they can cause us a lot of problems with the people we live with. And it is key to understand what will you pick, what will I pick in this environment so that I can be at peace with myself and have peace with other people. Because it is very important to note that every person is going through emotional pain. And therefore many people will not think of taking care of another person's pain when they are also going through their pain. And again, somebody who is going through these emotional pains is so rigid to be penetrated by other people, and they rarely get help. And therefore it is very important to understand, how will I take care of myself? How will I create a relationship with myself? How will I acknowledge my childhood painful experiences, that I went through them, but I want to make life better for myself today so that I can have a less painful life, or a life without pain at all. It is all about cognitive mind. It's all about our interpretation of the impulses that come to us. It is all about what we see and admire in other people, and take those what we see with other people as positive, and this will reduce a lot of jealousy. This will reduce a lot of anger, because you find that there's a lot of anger happening within the people for no good reason, but the key thing is because of the impulses that is negative so much, that's causing a lot of negative energy that creates tension within somebody. If you cannot afford this, and ABCD has afforded it, just work towards achieving it, but let it not hurt, because even if it hurt you, you will not get that. But you can get it with a positive mind and a positive thinking, and looking at what you have. Maybe what you have the other person does not have. It's not about equality. It's about navigating through this pain. And from the peripheral nervous system, where we use our 5 common senses, that is the eyes, when we see, the sight, the smell, the taste, hearing, and the touch. And therefore when you are touching somebody, are you giving a therapeutic touch, or you are giving a destructive touch? When you're seeing somebody, what do you interpret with what they have and what they are? Must it be negative all through? What you hear, how does it affect you? How does it crush you and bring you down? Can you ignore what you can afford to ignore, and acknowledge what you can pick, what is positive, and work with it? When you smell, what is your interpretation? You find that somebody can even have a nice cologne, another person interprets it smelling bad, it's causing me asthmatic, and it can create tension. Approaching is very key. Healthy approach. And because environment, you cannot have what you want. It is about being accommodative. It's about being rational when we are living in this environment that causes a lot of pain. Because it comes a time when we will be able to manage what is coming from the environment. A time comes when now the impulses are taken in by the cognitive mind. When they are taken in, now the impulses are coming from internal to the outside, and they produce a behavior. What behavior are you producing with that? With that smell, with that hearing, with that taste, with that sight, with that touch? What are you producing from inside? How important is it for you as a person? How negative is it draining your energy? How positive is it building your energy? because it is very key to understand that all many of our stressful situations, all many of our anxieties, all many of our psychosomatic diseases like hypertension, sometimes even asthma, sometimes even skin infection, sometimes even mental illness, they're just coming out from those impulses from within the environment. And they just start like an alarm. When they give you an alarm that something somewhere, it's not pleasant in my eyes, something so and so is not pleasant in my eyes, you think so and so is frustrating me, so and so is abusive to me, how are you going to take that? How much are you going to work with that? And it is giving you an alarm stage, and you're not managing those feelings you're feeling as much as you're feeling bad. As long as you're not understanding what you're feeling and acknowledge that yes, it is like this, but I will navigate it this way. Then from there it comes now where we are using now the autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system manages the internal environment, bringing the impulses from within ourselves now to the environment, creating now us to behave the way we behave, how we relate with other people, how we strain or build the relationships, how we manage and maintain those relationships, how we manage our relationships within ourselves. And it is very important to manage yourself and manage these pains. It's your duty. Nobody will treat that because nobody understands your emotional pains. Nobody sees your wounds. Nobody sees your scars. And therefore, it is important to acknowledge them and finish with them. Because literally, it is very key to maintain the systems in the parasympathetic nervous system that helps us to keep calm, that helps us to maintain sobriety, that helps us to navigate through these issues, that helps us to maintain our mental health issues. Because there's no way I'll take care of your mental health issues if I'm not taking care of my mental health issues. And most of the people with these emotional imbalances, they tend to create a lot of big social distances with the people. The character, the behavior you produce pushes people away, such that even when you're thinking, we will come to realize when things are out of hand. Because the time comes now when the parasympathetic will be overweighted, when now the stress has gone way too far, and then we start now using our sympathetic nervous system that all sympathizes with you, that the body systems, they are just rushing, including from the central nervous system, from cardiovascular system, from respiratory system, from alimentary system, genitourinary, and they cause us a lot of problems. And therefore, when parasympathetic stroke takes toll, we might have reached a point of no return, a point where now diseases will set in, complications will follow us, mental health issues will set in, asthmatic issues, hypertensive issues, diabetic issues, and therefore it is very important that you take care of my mental health issues as I take care of my mental health issues, because I am the in charge of my pain management. You are the in charge of your pain management. And remember, I said emotional wounds, psychological wounds are unseen scars, and manage them. It does not matter your childhood experiences, acknowledge them and start rebuilding your life now. You can be able to do that so that we can be able to take care of our mental health issues and live a world free from suicidal issues, suicidal ideations, suicidal attempts, and minimize psychosomatic diseases. Thank you so much. Let us wait and now look later at emotional intelligence. Thank you very much.